Good afternoon on what is a cool, bright and sunny day. It's Friday, September the 23rd, and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And what I think will be my last unboxing for Free RPG Day 2022. Now that took place on June 25th in the United States and July 23rd internationally because of shipping difficulties. And what it provided you with was a range of scenarios and support for the games already in print or forthcoming. So there were scenarios for Pathfinder and Starfinder, Cyberpunk Red, Dungeon Crawl Classics and Dungeons and Dragons, and so on. But there were a couple of things. I've done unboxings of just about everything that came out, but there were a couple of things I was unable to get hold of. Some of these, there were these, which, it really are kind of fluff. But there's also this, which is How to Raise the Dead. It's published by Dave Taylor Miniatures through Mantic, and it's part of the Army Painter range. And this supports sort of like the war. It sort of supports the wargaming miniature side of the hobby, but really focused towards role playing. And what I don't have is the crate to go with it, because what you've got was a crate containing a necropolis and some miniatures, or at least essentially I think you just got the necropolis and not necessarily the figures. But this is a booklet on how to paint your miniatures for it. What your introduction, but How to Raise Your Dead is written by Dave Taylor. It starts off going into the details of how to do this task, including lots of adverts for things like speed, the Army Painter range of speed paints. There we go. Now this is, I'm going to say this is very much out of this is out of my comfort zone. It's not something that I engage in. I generally don't have the time and haven't developed the skill to paint like this, and I don't do a lot of role-playing games where miniatures are used, or indeed or any wargaming. Although I like the concept and I like the look of it. So here we have a guide to preparing your modules and a step-by-step process of how to do it. Clear instructions, clear photographs, and then using speed paints to paint undead. And you've got a step-by-step process from 1 to 10, choice of colour, where to add the detail, so on. And if you've never done it before, this is probably going to be very useful. And I have done it before, but we are talking decades ago. But it goes a little bit further than that. So it's not just focusing upon the modules, the contents of the terrain crate, which is that, but we have extra scenery, so adding some spookiness to your gothic grounds. So a couple of ice-strewn trees, which adds to the sort of like the starkness of the scene around the necropolis. And then we get into the Dead Walk again. Now this is the meat of the content once you've done the painting. So we have the Dead Walk again, including the whether this is connected to, or how this is connected to your fantasy campaign, whether it's via the Tomb of Varentor, Lost Mines of Drawl, the Dark Depths of Forlac Forest, and the Freaks Come Out at Night. So you've got four different, what look to be four different hooks to involve your player characters and get them to this location, get them to the necropolis, where the game master or referee can bring out his newly painted and fantastic looking necropolis and band of undead. And there's no doubt that theatre of the mind is great, but sometimes when you do want to do your fantasy gaming, you want to put some miniatures down on the table and set the scene and give it a bit of a bit of impact and you know, make it really stand out. Then we've got an advert for, you know, more of Dave Taylor miniatures, including the tremendous tome of Decorating Dungeons, essentially a book about epic dungeon builds. And the Army Builder section. Well, okay, and you've got various QR codes on the back. Now, my first, if I'm going to grumble, that this is a bit light. Would have been done with a bit more flavour, so on. This is really, these hooks are waiting for the Game Master to really flesh out and develop. I'd sort of like, would have been nice to have some staging advice for these. You know, just another couple of pages would have done, rather than necessarily yet more adverts. But you know, it's free, to be fair. Anyway, so that is How to Raise the Dead from Dave Taylor Miniatures, through Mantic Games, a release for Free RPG Day 2022. So yes, anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here typically with a parcel containing a book or game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the like button. Click on the subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.